Oh, Kendrick Perkins. Oh, Kendrick Perkins. He compared Jalen Williams to Scottie Pippen for what he did with the 40 burger the other night in Miraculous. I know y'all got to play second banana. I know it because Shea Chris Alexander, Shea is a lot like Giannis and Jokic. We don't really know who the second option is. Now, Jalen Williams got a lot of upside to him, but to be honest with you, it's Chad Holmgren who should be his second sidekick. For them to be dominant, it has to be Chad. Jalen can come up big, but it has to be Chad. But we'll see. But what I think about this comparison. Now, I'm going to do numbers since I get that out the way. You going to go in there. I do all my stuff on memory. But I'm going to do the numbers for make people happy. Jalen so far for his postseason career is averaging 20.7, 6 boards, 5 dimes. That's for his postseason career. Now, Kendrick took it upon himself to compare it to Scottie's first chip with Chicago with Jordan in 91, when Pip averaged 20.8, 9.4 boards, and 6 dimes. So 20.8, which is like 21, 9.4 is 9, 6 door. Okay. His highest as a Bulls was, I think he scored like 32. He scored 37 in 99. That's with the Rockets. 19.8 for career, 9.4, 8 boards, and 5 dimes. So he had it's a similar postseason career, but it does a disservice to both. Let there be one Jalen Williams and let there be one Scottie Pippen. This whole narrative to kind of minimize Michael Jordan's dominance is evidence. Just like they try to do Shea. Now, I don't know if you times I'm going to compare Shea to Jordan in that regard. You know, their numbers as far as his 3 straight years of 30 points, 5 dimes, all that. But they downplay Shea. Chad Holmgren is supposed to be a sidekick. Jalen is supposedly on the come up, and he looked good. But when did you ever see Jordan defer on the scoring side to Scottie or anybody else? Now, I am one of them people that's going to tell you that Dennis Rodman was the true MVP of the 96 finals against the Sonics. He took 2 games. That was mentalist. But it wasn't because he scored a lot of points. He just fundamentally out-hustled Seattle, out-worked them, and got in their head, and they were undersized. But scoring-wise, no one ever outdid Jordan on that Bulls team. Pardon me thinks Jordan wouldn't allow it. And the second of all, Scottie Pippen didn't have that kind of game. But they played defense. Now, Jalen is considered one of the best defenders of his era, even though you're giving up 120 points. And you be struggling against a Pacers team that ain't exactly got a Reggie Miller, Chuck Persons, Danny Granger, Paul George over there. But they play collectively and they bunch up and score 15 each on you. But how do such a so-called great defensive team, and I keep hearing the best team since the Bulls or the Lakers of 01 or Golden State since 2018, how they keep getting in these games, these high-scoring games? They don't lock down nobody. And in the game when Tyrese Halliburton only scored 4 points, and they still gave up they gave up 109, 100, how do you give up? I don't want to hear about no garbage time because that was actually a game early in the fourth quarter. When Pascal hit that shot, it was a 2-point game. TJ McConnell came off the bench. So don't tell me that there's some juggernaut on defense that they stop people. They create, but there ain't no defense to lock you down. So it's a disservice to the young man for a couple reasons. One, his career is just at the start. Two, he had a great game. Can he do it again? Or will he be a Jalen Brown? I think that's what people like Perk and them and Nick Wrong and the right and them need to go on. You need to compare him more. If you're going to compare, don't compare him to nobody because he's starting his career. But if you're going to compare it to Jalen Brown, a guy that shows a lot of potential and moments. The difference is, though, Shea is better on OKC. There's no doubt about it. Whereas with Tatum and Brown, the lines get blurred sometimes. There's no blurry lines here. There were no blurry lines with Jordan and Pippen. You know, Jordan needed Pippen to win and what he did. But this quick to let's make this into something. We need to get a sidekick. That's not fair. That's not fair. Different eras, different styles altogether. Jalen Williams is a more volume offensive force, but he ain't Pippen's defense. Pip, the difference in that series to the last ring, he guarded Magic Johnson 94 feet. He guarded Mark Jackson, if you remember, in that Indiana series. That was a turning point, really, right there. Because Mark Jackson, they had one actually, he couldn't get the ball over Pip. Pip's strength and length and all that, he was like a roadblock. Pip was something else on defense. It's just that his offensive game never came up to snuff, and he didn't have a lot of memories as far as his offensive game. So that's one of the reasons. But Kendrick be reaching here. Um, that 91 era was playing well rounded. Jordan played well rounded. Paxson, they all played well rounded against the Lakers. Lakers was also hurt. There was a lot of little factors, but it was nip and tuck, and it was pretty much, it was a even Steven. But you can't compare the two situations at all. You can't compare. Because Scottie Pippen didn't play green light basketball like Jalen Williams do. Okay. And the defensive task was a lot different. Plus, there is nobody on this Pacers team, and I'm going to repeat this for the people in the back who can't hear me. Ain't nobody on this team James Worthy. So stop with the history on this. Well, he remind me of, and I think you. Who the heck are they playing that's seeing that 91 Lakers team? There is no James Worthy. There is no Magic Johnson. You could say Vlade Divac could do as well as Miles Turner and get away with it. You could say that. Pascal's a better offensive force than Vlade, but Vlade was a passer and Vlade held his role. So I mean, and I want to say Sam Perkins. I'm trying to think. I don't see how you can make that comparison. It's because it's disrespect to both parties. One, that was a different era. Jalen Williams, different situation. But if you're trying to say that apart from the Pippen, well, what defense have they played in the postseason so far? Because Memphis was a cakewalk. Struggled with Denver. Got very lucky in that series. And Minnesota got at them a couple times. And then this one. So I ain't seen no, the Bulls were pretty defiant when they swept Detroit. No handshake, no dap. They were pretty defiant there, and they made a statement. It's going down to 20 points and holding a team 110 or so ain't exactly a statement, and it ain't exactly. I mean, what they did, 68 wins, and this came up big, but I don't know about all that about the Pip thing. I don't know what Kendrick be snorting. Been wearing that deacon suit and that beard too much, and he be pulling the cup. I don't know what he be doing. But you let me know what you think in the comments, though. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another shit if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm up one time. Peace.